All right, good morning, y'all. Just want to touch on a few things. You will have a new propaganda research project posted here in just a short time. I just want to record this video, get it uploaded. I also want you to know that I'm going to give the same type of notes here if you'd rather read it rather than listen to my voice or watch me. I get on both accounts if that's the case, or if the video just doesn't work, you still have the notes. I will put that in the notes as well that, you know, the same things are being covered in both. One just reading, one's me talking to you. A lot of you reaching out with great questions. Remember, if I make a correction, if I make a comment, please fix that. Don't just resubmit your work. I'm giving you an opportunity to get things fixed. It's a way for me to be able to teach you from a distance. That's what this is all about. Social distancing requires this. It's just one of those things. You guys are doing a great job. I want to touch on a few points. We're struggling with, we're getting most of the propaganda. We're understanding it pretty well. The things that we're struggling with are things like glittering generalities, transfer, and card stacking. I think part of it is these are not normal terms used in everyday language. The others are. We talk about bandwagoning, we talk about testimonials. You can figure those parts out. Glittering generalities gets a little bit more difficult. I want to be able to show this to you. I know that I'll be showing some of your names in your work. I apologize. There's not a better way to necessarily do this. So looking at this example of a glittering generality, it's exactly this: an emotional appealing term closely associated with highly valued concepts and beliefs which convey or invoke conviction without supporting information or reason. Okay, let's take a look what that means. Open happiness. What the crud does that mean? I mean, we really can't figure out what open happiness means, but it sounds good. And I guess when you open up a Coke, you feel happier. So that's a perfect example of a glittering generality. It doesn't necessarily need to mean anything, but it sounds dang good. Again, open happiness. Coke adds life. It's the real thing. Things go better with Coke. Does it though? Like, is there proof with this? Whether you like the soda or not, this is a matter of not only opinion, but it's a matter of not being able to prove what's being said there. Sounds great though. It really does sound good, and that's all they're going for. Really good example of, or examples of glittering generalities. Looking at transfer. Transfer is the idea that you're going to take the values of something larger and put those values onto the product. Okay. I shouldn't see a bunch of copies of these. These are actually really crafty ones that were used. The perfect duet, and saying that it's perfect for Diet Coke and Taylor to go together. That this is exactly what singing should look like. This is what performance looks like. It's Diet Coke and writing music. The idea that you can entertain and style with Diet Coke, and that it makes you classy. You automatically take all these ideas behind Taylor and put them onto Diet Coke. Another good example, we think of the Army and being strong and tough with Coca-Cola with this ad. That's transfer. Transfer is taking all of the values and putting it onto the values of the situation, the person, or whatever, and putting it onto the product. Another great example is Coca-Cola and their campaign with Christmas, Uncle Sam being used. It's the idea of tying outside values into a product that may not normally be there. Okay. Looking at card stacking, another one that we're struggling with. With card stacking, you want to make sure that you're looking at only the positives of the of the product. That there's nothing else being interfered. This has a strong emotional value with it.
To help save wildlife affected by oil spills, rescue workers have opened up a lot of Dawn.
To help save wildlife, you use Dawn. Period. Right? Like, now I know they're saying from oil spills, but there's other complications there, but we don't see that. All we see is the good things that are going on there, right? Helps lock in hands' natural moisture. Does it? And leaves dishes sparkling? How does a soap leave your hands more moist, dye free, and hyperallergenic? I mean, they can claim this. It's only the positives. That's great. But then how do they turn some of these green and white? We just associate this with Dawn. We don't just associate it with this type of Dawn. Okay. 2 times more powerful than the leading brand, 3 times more powerful. Who's gauging that? What are they weighing that on? Okay. All the way down into the very last one that shows, another great example of, I don't know why this is in this view, but hey, you know what? We'll exit it, bring it back up. Boom. You'll be able to see it a little bit better. Clean more greasy dishes for less. I mean, who's rating that? How do they gauge that? Are they really doing scientific studies on that? Highly doubt it, but hey, it's a claim they can make and it sounds great and we buy into it and we buy the we buy exactly what they want, okay? That's the entire intent with this, is that they're trying to persuade you. Some say manipulate, and you wouldn't be wrong. But keep in mind, you really want to tie in all of your slides into that propaganda, tie it back into the propaganda, really explain what that propaganda use is. All right. If you have any questions, any concerns, please reach out to me. Keep on sending questions. Keep on working with me. About the only thing I won't take is a video call from you. Some of you have tried. No, I don't want to talk to you face to face. In special situations, we will, and we'll talk about how that'll work. But call me, or I'm sorry, email me, message me on Google Hangouts. Again, if you don't know where that's at, it's right down here. You can see I already have a question pending and waiting for me. You can simply use this area right here to add a conversation and type there, or you can bring it up into a larger screen as well and use it just like any other messenger. Again, your list is posted. Please let me know if you have any questions, concerns. Have great days. Be good people. Make great choices. If not, fake it.